Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over OTAs and how they differ from Fora travel. Now, if you don't know what OTA stands for, it is right on the top, online travel agencies. So if you are a traveler who ever booked with an online travel agency, and these are the most famous travel agencies such as Expedia, who owns Orbitz, who owns Hotels.com, Agada, Priceline, Kayak, Expedia itself. Another one is Cheapo Air and Trivago. You've seen the commercials. Book with Trivago, you can find cheaper hotels at a more discounted rate compared to others. Kiwi's another one. There's so many different travel agencies. Did mention Priceline. So all these are pretty much the same. They have comparable hotel and flight rates, right? You can always get them at any time of the year, whether holidays, different seasons, etc. They're very fast to do. All you gotta do is click one, you click many links, and they can have comparable prices. And that's not just hotels and flights, but also transportation and even tours too, right? Now that's the benefits of online travel agency. They're very easy to book a travel. You're given the time and date of the flight, the price, and the breakdown, and also the hotels that's under their chain. Many of the hotels that are under these agencies, like for example Booking.com or Priceline, well, Fora, we work with many of them as partners. So now the only difference is they're offering. Do they offer the best value? Well, they do offer great value when it comes to price comparison. You can also get different prices that are lower on certain days of the week, different dates. Also, another agency that I like to book with is Hopper. I download the app and I can also save the today's price. If it's 20% less than, let's say you're booking a trip to New Orleans or Mardi Gras, or you're going to Barbados in November, or Hawaii in January, you can pay extra and keep that initial price and then add on to that, right? But here's the thing about online travel agencies, they really don't offer the best value. And when I'm talking about value, I'm talking about the overall trip, meaning not just flights, hotels, but and also transportation, but your itineraries with your tour guides, the tour agencies that we work with. Also, the experience. We curate your travel according to your budget, your time, your group size, and what you want to do, and we can add an extra. That's why we are a modern agency. So yeah, online travels offer the best deals. Well, the difference between an online travel agency and us as a host agency for independent travel agents, we do have intel, right? We can get you the best deals. So for example, if you're booking with Kempinski or IHG hotels, or I don't know, Hilton, or what's another hotel that we work with, all sorts of properties, we can get perks for that location, that date, and we can incentivize them to make your arrival more personal. Like they can offer you concierge services, they can offer you free water, expanded Wi-Fi, maybe an inclusive dinner, and also a massage on your arrival. That's the things we can do. So online travel agencies are basically, they're automated marketplaces. They allow travelers to book accommodations, flights, and car rentals. So Expedia, Travelocity, Booking.com are the most well known. However, they are popular, but what Expedia Group, for example, can do and what we could do is two different things. We actually plan your experience according to you. So there are different types of OTAs. Okay, again, that's online travel agencies. There's the merchant models. So you can go to Google Flights and book a flight. You can also go to Booking Holdings, that's Booking.com, and book a hotel, transportation. Merchant models, online travel agencies are exactly what they've been talking about. Okay, that's the most common. So they're not your best choice for planning and booking trips. To get there, yes, and also to stay, yes. But of the three choices, hotels are generally prefer to get a few bookings from merchant OTAs, right? So OTAs, they do play a major role in soaring hotel prices, and that's the biggest ordeal, but especially for domestic flights and hotels. Now, advertising model OTAs. So what that basically does is they aren't agencies, but they're ad platforms. So Here's the most prominent, Google, right? Google's everywhere. Google's everywhere you go. You can't hide from Google. We all have Google accounts, right? But the hotels basically do pay to advertise the rooms on search engines. So you can go to google.com and, for example, you can look for hotel rooms. So let's go to google.com. And here's what I'm talking about. Let's say hotel rooms in Tulum, Mexico, right? And what do you see? Well, Expedia, hotel rooms, stay from $26, hotels.com, booking. So these three agencies, which is owned by Expedia Group, Kayak, and here's the deals. They paid Google to advertise for them. So yeah, and that's what basically advertising models are. They're very cost effective for the companies, and they run similar websites using a cost per click model. So for hotels, advertising model OTAs offer slightly better deals, and they do. They actually do. These OTAs can, however, be frustrating for consumers as they often display inaccurate prices. So that can happen. So you can get a price, for example, going to Los Cabos in September 9th, or let's say you go to December 8th, my birthday, and you can get a hotel room and flight. The hotel room costs $62, the lowest price for 4 nights for two. But then they change up when you get towards the final go in that November. It may go up to 76, and the flight may change if we go with Air Mexicana or American Airlines or anywhere. It could be to Mykonos, Greece. Those prices are subject to change. So yeah, contemporary host agencies are considered online travel agencies only in the sense that their services are available via the internet. So you know that's the only hiccup with that. Now, Fora, we provide many tools, okay, and there's benefits to go with independent travel advisors. We are in charge of the business, so we can get you the best deals on demand by talking with a company. Okay, we can actually we can talk to the hotels, get those accommodation offers, set the price for you, and then we can plan your itinerary around that. Okay, so versus online travel agencies, they can't do. It's like it's basically your bookshelf flights and hotel costs. They can be subject to change, but there's no working your way in. So we can actually get those on demand prices. We can still keep in the perks, and we can add in other travelers, and we can add in your experiences with our different for DMC providers like Viator Tours or Classic Vacations. So yeah, that's what do we mean when we refer to online travel agencies? We'll just talk about the merchant models, okay? Priceline, Airbnb, and Vrbo. So advertising models aren't as popular, and host agencies are again. They're only considered online travel agencies. So that's how that works. And if you did want to know how OTAs actually make their money, there's two ways. Okay, they first operate similar to traditional travel agencies. They earn commissions from hotels that they book. So, for example, they book a hotel on hotels.com or Agada plus a car rental agency, a tour operator. They earn a certain percentage from those companies, right? So, yeah, the top online travel agencies charge hotels and other suppliers big commission rates. Okay, so they're not like most traditional agencies, which typically earn 5 to 10%. OTAs typically demand much higher rates. So Expedia will, okay, Booking will around 30%, which is good for them. And these hotels have grown to rely on these bookings. So I mean, if you're a hotel collection in Antigua or you're one in Italy or in Alaska, you will depend a lot on these hotels. So you will have to pay them 30% just to get online bookings to fill up those rooms come in the height of the tourist season, right? If you're going to places like Barcelona or Prague, or let's say you're going to Zanzibar or Cape Town, yeah, they're going to do the most to get you pack those rooms and hotels, but 30%, keep in mind, they will have to fork up a lot of money for them. But unfortunately, this has made a ripple effect throughout the industry, so this is big in many ways. Now, remote travel agents who work with the host agencies like Fora, we are able to, you know, basically go online with travel agency offering upgrades, okay, perks and other benefits to these overall values. So we get more of your value. Again, we are planning your trip, not just booking your flight and your room, but we're making the best of your travels according to you. So yeah. So again, are there any benefits of using online travel agency? Well, there's no arguing that. The OTAs aren't fast. And yeah, you may find that online travel agencies offer good, reliable, best deals. But unlike them, for advisors, we actually can book competitive rates, and we offer more personalized experience. And it's almost like you're dealing with us physically. I mean, yes, we are at the other end of the aisle, but it's like we're walking it through, right? We offer you better rates, better perks. We actually plan for your trip to be memorable. So yeah, and we do have great platforms that are integrated. We use the power of technology, social media, and we are client focused. So that's one of the best things about us. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna talk down on travel agencies, but online travel agencies do play a big role in basically dictate hotel rates, as you see here. All right, but they can't offer you always the perks, and even perks like, let's say, travel insurance or guarantees on flights. They can't always guarantee that. We can. We're connected with many insurance agencies like Fay or MedJet or Berkshire Hathaway. So let's go to this, for example. What I mean is this: for advisors can book Expedia rates for you. Okay, but you're getting a much better deal. Okay, remember now, for advisors, we unlock perks over 6,000 hotels. All right, our benefits are perfect for you. We have property credits between $1,500. Booking or Expedia may not have that. Usually they don't, and complimentary meals as well. So let's take a look at example. Then we'll get to these first. Okay, second. So let's take a look at Expedia.com, and I'll show you what Fora has to offer. So let's go to let's go to Expedia, not Expedia tab. And again, we do book Expedia and booking rates, right? So if we go to Expedia.com, we're going to do a quick showdown on what you could get, but not like for us. So for example, let's say we go from Chicago O'Hare to Abu. Okay, let's go to Las Vegas. Let's take a look at Vegas. Vegas needs tourists because they're down, right? No shame on Vegas, but it hasn't been a good summer for them so far. So let's say you're going from September 8th to September 12th, okay? And we can add a car. Bam, round trip, one person. Now, if we see now if we're looking at Expedia, again, you can unlock instant savings. You can also get one key cashback points. Okay, again, you can double your earnings with one package booking. But when it comes to adding things like cancellation fees, lost claim baggage, it's not always the best. So let's do this. Let's do the economy. Okay, and let's go ahead and pretend like I'm actually booking the flight round trip and choosing my car. Okay, and we're going to do this. Now, for example, what Fora can do versus what Expedia can and cannot do. Okay, you're always saving deals with them. Okay, but and those are instant savings. But what they cannot really give you is guarantees on the day of travel. So let's say rain, if there was torrential rain, a storm, or something happened, right? Well, you have to have insurance. So you put your name, email, phone number, who's driving, protect your trip. So you can protect it for $21.40 per person. Okay, your trip has been updated. It covers against uncertain expected expenses 24/7, right? Um, and here you can also want to protect your rental car up to $10. Okay. And here, up to $35 in case of covered theft, vandalism, collision, zero deductible access, 24/7 emergency assistance. These are all great. But again, those things can change because we can do the same but better, and we can negotiate price. So we have better flight protection. Again, we use Fay insurance. We use insurances like Berkshire Hathaway. Okay, and we also have rental car protection as well. They are at a higher rate, but you're not going to fall short, okay? And always read your disclosures. Fora can do that better. And now let's take a look at Fora travel insurances, all right? So if we could run a search real quickly, and this video is about to end pretty. So here, let's go to Fora, meet Faye, right? And this is one of our biggest insurance partners. So Faye Insurance is our preferred company. Basically, they are worth it. Many clients have recommended buy Faye Insurance. So, for example, this lady's mother broke her ankle at Machu Picchu, had to be airlifted. 4X advisors could even do more. We will cover the cost of the airlift and the hospital, right? This is Gabriel. Her story had an unexpected turn. Most travel insurance claims deal with less severe situations. So Fora may not, I'm sorry, Expedia may not have to deal with a medical emergency, maybe cancellations or missed flights. They could, but not in this sense. This lady broke her ankle at Machu Picchu. So look what happened here. And she was able to get to the hospital, get treated, and get back to her destination, United States, and Faye covered it. Traditional travel insurance providers cannot really do that. So you pay a little bit more, but guess what? You have a more curated experience, hands-on, and yes, if you're a Forex advisor, you could definitely do so. So yeah, basically that's the difference between online travel agencies and Fora. Now I'm going to continue this video, and we're going to go into what you can get with a personalized experience. We're going to go over these next key points. So stay tuned. All right, and see you at the next video.